Testing, testing, sound check, mic check, one, two, three, mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. Sound check. One, two, three. Sound check. Testing. Testing. Mic check. One, two, three.
going over, don't do it. Well, how are you, man? Good. Handing out money? Handing out money. Hold on, James. You're gonna need one more. I'll get you a hot dog. All right. How's William's arm? He is on the mend. He's out there running around. Good.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Post Oak Little League Championships. Tonight, we've got a super great game for you coming up. A championship game in all. Ryan, we saw both these teams play on Thursday night, and it was a thriller. Both these teams had to come from behind and win by whatever, the hair of their chinny chin chin.
Yeah, lots of drama, both their last games throughout this entire tournament, so I'm really sort of expecting a close game here today.
Yeah, the River Dogs and the Lugnuts went in a pitcher's duel in a sense. They got all the way to the 8th inning. They only played 6. They got to the 8th inning. 2 innings of extra innings. When the Lugnuts were down 4-3, they couldn't push one across, and the River Dogs held them off. In the second game, the Vibes, they were down by 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th against the Rail Riders and got 3 runs in that inning to win it walk-off style. And we expect to see a great game here this afternoon. It is the Vibes versus the River Dogs in the championship game this afternoon. And when I first got here, Ron, the weather looked a little bit sketchy. The clouds were over top, and I thought maybe we'd get some lightning or something, but it is cleared off. Beautiful right now. It's a little bit of a breeze throwing right at us here in left side, but looks like a great night for baseball.
Yeah, nice breeze, as you mentioned. It's blowing in from right field, so we'll see if that affects anything today.
So Post Oak Little League, they've got great championship games all week long. In fact, we witnessed one just before this in another division, the Dodgers and the Cardinals, and it was a double elimination. Dodgers won, they were walked it off. Cardinals won, we're back here tomorrow night. Cardinals won that game, so we're back here tomorrow night for that championship game. This is an outright championship game. We will get a crazy walk-off celebration sometime this afternoon. Is it going to be the boys in white, the Vibes, or the boys in the dark blue jerseys and the white pants? That's the River Dogs. We'll see who it is at the end of the evening. So on the mound for the Vibe. Trying to get his number there. Number 15. I think it's 15. Yeah, that's Gonzalez. He pitched a little bit of that game on Thursday night, too. He did a pretty good job, but then he had pulled out late, but they got him back tonight. River Dogs will lead off as Max Scheffler, followed by Shepard Strabley and Barron Clark, the top 3 in the lineup. Yet if you love tight, close-knit fun games to watch. Little League usually is that kind of style of ball. No matter how far you get down, these teams have a way of getting back. And the coaches, not only coaching baseball, coaching a little psychology too. Some of these kids get down, they get down on themselves. You can see it in their way of, you can see it in their body language. And some of the coaches just have to play a little psychology to make sure they know they got a lot of game to go. And that happened in the first game too.
Yeah, no lead is safe as throughout this entire tournament. Seeing comebacks, both of these teams are examples of that, coming back to win.
Yeah, so the River Dogs will be up to bat first. Your home team tonight is the Vibes. And they'll have the walk-off or the last at bat to try to win things if they need to be at the end. About ready to go. Gonzalez on the mound, and we're about set. Good crowd here tonight. Of course, it's a championship game. First pitch, kicks and fires, swung on and fouled back. Scheffler had a couple of good at-bats, a couple of good hits on Thursday night in that semifinal game, per se. Next pitch from Gonzalez, that's popped up right side. The sun, right in the sun. I was just about to say that's got to be tough in the sun. Down that right side, and no one saw it. They placed he was over there on the right side, just had his hands out like he was praying that he'd find it.
Yeah, I think the second baseman thought it was going to be the first baseman's ball, but the first baseman ran to the base instead, and miscommunication as well.
And there's a line drive down the right side. That's going to get foul as the photographer runs for cover down there. Got a still photographer down the right side with a big expensive lens. He's trying to save it, I'm sure. Shepard Streebley at bat for the River Dogs. Kicks and fires. Swung on and missed, I believe. Got a coach right in my line of sight. I did not see if that was fouled back or not. It is 0-2 the count. Gonzalez, the righty, kicks and fires. That's fouled back right side. Catcher does a great job trying to get to it. That is a tough position to play. We got that ball popped up. You got to throw that mask. You got to find that ball. That's a tough position. You couldn't pay me enough to play that position. Gonzalez will kick and fire. That was high and inside. Almost nicks him. And I believe it did. So 2 on for the River Dog. That one must have just nicked him a little bit. It was high and inside. Streebley just kind of bailed out for cover.
Yeah, I don't know if that hit either grazed his shoulder or maybe just grazed his helmet.
Barron Clark up next for the River Dogs, followed by J.J. Frank. Ryan, we're talking about J.J. Frank. Great in the field. Well, he's a thrill to watch.
Yeah, and that's why he's going to bat cleanup, which is great. Two-way player. Talking about him before the game.
The kid's 10 or 12 years old. He looked like he was a college player out there for Thursday night, just scooping out everything that came his way. I was about to give him the nickname Hoover because he was sucking up everything within about 10 feet of him. 0-2 on Clark. Swung on and missed. Big fastball got him. So Gonzalez gets a strikeout for the first out. But still has a little bit of traffic to deal with. Runner on first, runner on second. And here is the young man we're talking about, J.J. Frank. We're number 2. He can wheel a pretty good bat as well. First pitch to him high. Gonzalez started that game Thursday, was coasting for a while, then started to lose the target and had to be relieved in about the 3rd or 4th inning. That fires that one in. 1-1 the count. If you're just joining us, glad you could join us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Foul on and tip backwards. 1-2 the count. This is a flat-out championship game. Winner gets to celebrate. Will it be the Vibes or will it be the River Dogs? Got a few innings to figure it out. Next pitch inside. I'll strike him out. So Frank goes out on strikes. And Gonzalez, after giving up a couple of runners on base, has struck out the next two. There's Levi Brock. Brock starting pitcher for the River Dogs in that contest on Thursday night. Lefty pitcher did a great job against that powerful Lugnut offense. Down low. Gonzalez giving it a couple of runners on in this first inning, but he struck out the last two. 3-0 the count. Falls behind Brock, and he'll walk him on 4 straight pitches, and the bases are loaded. So here's Fisher Sherman. Bases full of River Dogs. Gonzalez will fire. That's high. But Sherman's smaller young man. Got to duck down and kind of close down that strike zone by a couple of inches. That makes a difference sometimes. Gonzalez will fire again. This was low, and he opens up 0-2 or 2-0. Two and 1 the count. That one's in. 2-2. And Gonzalez, after giving up and putting the first 2 runners on, is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage. Here's the next pitch. That's in there for a strike. He strikes out the side after giving up 2, and will go to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits for the River Dogs. The Vibes are coming up next. Ryan had a little bit of traffic in the first. Gave up the first 2 runners, but Gonzalez did a great job bearing down and striking out the next 3.
Yeah, it really gave the Vibes some momentum. You could see them when they went to the dugout. Just it was going to be either momentum for the River Dogs or the Vibes, but strikeout, huge for the Vibes. Keeps this a scoreless game.
Vibes will lead off with Dylan Wise, followed by Arjun Sharp and Edgar Gonzalez, the pitcher. The first 3 for the Vibes. The Vibes can put some runs on the board. We saw that Thursday. Got into a hitting duel. Got 9 runs scored between them and the Rail Riders in the first inning and a half. Then it settled down, but it ended up being 9-8 in extras. Or excuse me, in final in the 6th. So Strebley will pitch for the River Dogs. The right-hander had a small stint in Thursday night's game. Came in for Brock. The wind starts to pick up here. First pitch to Wise is in there for a strike. A lot of tension on these young guys. Championship game. Moms and dads, grandmas watching both here and on Vype. So if you're watching on TV tonight on Vype from wherever you are, we appreciate you tuning in. We're glad we can bring it to you. Saw those kids over the wall in center field in the first inning. I thought there was going to be a delay for that, but they see them down there. So the kids were hanging on the wall right near the scoreboard, kind of in a shadowy area. Thought they could get away with it, but the first base umpire spotted them.
Saw that on Thursday too, on the other field as well.
Yeah, these kids are just running everywhere. Kids are all over the place, all different sizes, ages, and it's like a 3-ring circus at times here. Wise will kick, let that one go. 1-2. See, I think it would be 2-2. Indeed, 2-2 the count. First batter for the Vibes, it's Wise. That one's ripped. It's up in the air. Will they get to it? No, it'll stop it on one hopper into center field. So just like the River Dogs, the Vibes get on the score, not the scoreboard, but a first runner on base. And Ryan, I think that ball got up in that wind a little bit, knocked it down.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's blowing in from right field.
There's a line drive right to Brock. Brock just didn't have to move, just put the glove up and snagged it for the first out. That's why you call it the hot corner, folks. Brock's just standing there like, yeah, I do this every day. Here's Gonzalez, 1 out, 1 on for the Vibes. Swing and a miss, big swing. Trying to go for the fences, a little bit ahead of that one. So start about 0-1. Fires in, a little high that time. The Vibes have a couple of big guys, both Gonzalez and the other guy, McFarland. They're about the size of an eighth grader.
Yeah,
they're big guys.
Because of that, outfield's playing deep.
That was popped up over the net. And really, the fact that with McFarland on Thursday night, he was up to bat with the bases loaded, and the fact that they were so deep, he hit one just like an excuse me pop-up. The right fielder had to come in on it and overran it. Otherwise, it would probably have been out. Line drive, just like Brock at third. They snag it at second as well. J.J. Frank playing over there on second instead of a shortstop. No doubt, doesn't surprise me that number 2 snagged that one.
Yeah, and they're keeping Dylan Wise, the base runner, at first on his toes. A couple of hard hit balls, but he's had to scramble back pretty quickly. But he read both of those line drives nicely.
So Strebley will face Duncan here with 2 outs. And just like the River Dogs, they get a couple runners on and can advance them. Vibes only won this time with the leadoff single by Wise. Duncan will try to move him along. That's a pop-up. Come in. He had to shield his eyes. He wasn't going to make the same mistake on the ball he had earlier that dropped in between first and second base. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. No score yet right here in the championship game. Well, we're through the first. David Canada with you here, along with Ryan Zagrecki, our great producer, Tino, making us look good and sound good. Of course, our QA back at Vype headquarters, Skylar Gillespie, and all our film crew out here tonight as well, and making it look like a pro broadcast for you. So we really do appreciate anybody that's watching tonight, and hopefully we can do a great job for you to give you a great broadcast and show off this championship game tonight. Again, this is not an elimination game. Well, it is. It's not a double elimination game. You will have a champion crowned tonight. So if you love those big old dog pile celebrations, we got one coming for you at the end of the sixth, at least in regulation play. And we never know. We've seen some overtime games as well. So here's Haluka for the River Dogs. Will lead off against Gonzalez in this second inning. Luca was very prompt, probably in a lot of the plays on Thursday night. Both offense and defense. He was on the base paths a lot, causing havoc for the Rail Riders. Or excuse me, for the Lugnuts. I get them all mixed up.
And I don't know what exactly why, but it looks like we're going to have a pitching change maybe, or is Gonzalez, yeah, maybe pitching change it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Plachi was going to come in for Gonzalez, and you kind of wonder if that's due to some kind of injury or a blister or something like that. That early, he seemed to settle down after giving up the first two runners on base. Got 3 strikeouts in a row, but Plachi, I believe he came in for Gonzalez on Thursday night as well. So I have a little bit of a delay here as they give Plachi his warm-up tosses. Gonzalez, depressed look on his face as he headed to the dugout. We'll see if he comes out on the defensive side. I'm sure they need his bat. He's one of those big guys in this lineup, and they definitely need his bat, his power. And Gonzalez will indeed trot back out. And then Sharp came over to him and asked him what's wrong. He kind of grabbed his shoulder and said, something to the effect of maybe a little bit of a tweak in the shoulder. So discretion, the better part of valor there. The coach decided to just pull him out. So Gonzalez will trot over to first base. And Klein for the River Dogs. Nice little gesture of sportsmanship over there. Gave him a high five as he goes to take his spot. So a couple more warm-up tosses for Plachi. You go from the really big guy in Gonzalez to very small guy in Plachi. Both right-handers, but probably have a little bit of a velocity difference with Plachi. So again, we've had a pitching change, a slight problem for Gonzalez, the starting pitcher for the Vibes. Kind of grabbed at his shoulder when he's asked by one of his teammates.
Yeah, we'll see how that affects things. He was able to get out of that jam in the first inning. Gave the Vibes some momentum.
Well, Ryan, you remember Plachi came in Thursday night for Gonzalez, I believe, and I did a really good job keeping the Rail Riders down for a while. So let's see if he can do it again here against the River Dogs. When Plachi's done warming up. And Carter Tressman will be your batter now for the River Dogs. Excuse me, no, Haluka is still up to bat. Yeah, I announced him earlier, went back to my lineup thinking, okay, well, we've got the next batter, but Haluka never did even face a pitch from Gonzalez. In fact, he only pitched one time. So that's tough for Haluka, being at one bat. All of a sudden, you got a different pitcher. You got to kind of time a different pitcher, but we'll see if he can do it. 0-2. Plachi the high kick. A little floater in there. That one went low. Back to the backstop. Like the infield is drawn in. Maybe expecting a bunt, try to get on for Haluka. That'll be tough. 1-2 to throw the bunt out there. That's swing on, and it's a little tapper like a bunt. Down left side, Sharp gets to it, turns, and throws him out. Now, most of the time you see a right-hander being at third base simply because it's easier to throw the ball across there when they scoop it. But Sharp did a great job as a lefty to spin his body around, get it lined up, and get the throw done. Tressman now for the River Dogs. That first pitch is high. And we're sitting just down the left field line, just off the third base bag. So we really got a good look at Sharp, the way he made that turn. Really textbook when you think about it. Next pitch is in. That's 2-0. Leachy will kick and fire. That's another ball. That's 3-0. Leachy trying not to lose him. 3-0. That's high. He'll walk him, I was going to say on 4 pitches, but he didn't get all the pitches in there against Luca, but he did the damage with the 4 balls. So Leachy, first batter he faces, he walks on 4 pitches.
Yeah, just good job by Tressman to lay off the high fastballs and high pitches.
Number 21, Peyton Waters, walks to the plate now. First pitch he looks at, he's going to let that one fly. I think the coach came up to Waters just before he walked to the plate. I think he's telling him, hey, Leachy's a little wild, he's a little high, just be patient and let those pitches go by. Make him work, make him come to you. Leachy will look in and fire. That one's low, 2-0. So far, Leachy has not been able to, it is 1-1. They did call a strike on that first one, apparently. It looked like a ball. We don't have the greatest angle down the left field line, and that's 1-2. And immediately Waters turns around, looks at the coach, and says, what do I do now? We're just kind of letting them fly. I think he gave him the green light here, 1-2. And he swings on it, finds it to shortstop, kicks it, Duncan kicks it over to second base for the out. So a little dribbler to short. Duncan scoops it, makes the out.
Yeah, just went safe play to second base, but the speed of Waters, really no chance for 2.
Russell Klein next up with a runner on first for the River Dogs. First pitch from Leachy, lays in there for a ball. Leachy working fairly slowly. That one's going to be a tapper left side right in front of us, down the line, and foul. So I have to put one stop on my record for tonight as everybody was warming up and somebody was shagging, but they weren't doing a good job of shagging. The ball kept flying over the fence and one snagged me in the shoulder. So I've already got my hit in for tonight. And Tino had to duck one as well. Started to say, wait a minute, we got to throw it some other direction here. Leachy looking at 2-1. Fires, that one's inside. 3-1. So Leachy having a trouble finding that target. Klein looking at a 3-1, 1 out, or 1 on, and 2 outs. Swing on, they'll tap it. So foul tip, 3-2. We're in the top of the second inning. No one won't score yet. We play 6 in regulation. Now put emphasis on that. We might go extra, who knows? It's this championship game. He loses it on the walk, so 2 on, 2 outs here. And Griffin Whaley strolls to the plate. Isaac will be next for the River Dogs if Whaley can get on. First pitch taking, and that's a ball. Excuse me, that's a strike. Whaley wielding the blue bat this afternoon. That one's popped up behind home plate and out of play. So Plaitchie has him in a hole, 0-2. Kicks and fires. That's a little high. 1-2. Crowd pretty quiet so far. Not a whole lot to cheer about, but both sides you can feel the tension just waiting to erupt. Pretty big crowd down both sidelines. The stands are full. Plaitchie will adjust his hat, look at 2-2, and he'll come in. That one's in there, struck him out. So Plaitchie came in a little off target, but he got the job done after all. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score yet. The Vibes coming up. Again, Ryan, so far nothing going at all. We saw the Vibes and the River Dogs score quite a bit, the first couple innings a couple nights ago, and so far nothing.
Yeah, also good job by Plaitchie coming in on really no notice at all and pitching a scoreless inning. Both teams have had base runners, but just have not been able to really capitalize them much. Big-time strikeouts by both pitching staffs so far.
Yeah, you kind of expect that in a championship game. These kids have been through it. This is not just a one-game thing. They go through the entire season, then to the playoffs. And even if you're a lower-seeded team, you can make it there. Both these teams are not the highest-rated teams. They somehow got their fortitude ahead of them and were able to forge their way through and beat. In fact, the River Dogs beat the number 1 seeded team, Lugnuts, on Thursday night to get here. So Strebley will come out for his second inning of work. River Dogs in the blue uniforms, dark blue, with the white pants and the white trim. The Vibe, all white with the Columbia blue trim. Alec Arnoldi, number 8, strolls to the plate. He'll be followed by Luke Plaitchie and Ethan Dow. First pitch, quick pitch in there. As Arnoldi just barely addressed the plate. 1-0. Strebley working pretty quickly here. Yeah, that's a line drive straight up the middle. Great job of hitting by Arnoldi, number 8. Just taking what he's given and just ripped it straight up center.
Yeah, hard contact at the barrel on it. You could hear the hard contact here. Yeah, just straight up the middle. Solid base hit.
So now Plaitchie, as the pitcher on record, has a chance to help himself on the mound with a big hit here. With 1 on, no outs, he'll turn around to square off and bunt, and he'll tap it back for a strike. Say, bunting looks easy, but when you try it for the first time, it's not fun. I tried it one time, broke a finger. That was the only time I ever tried it. Good rule of thumb, or good rule of finger in a sense. Get your finger out of the way before the ball gets there. It's a good idea. That was high. 1-2.
We've also
Could be
seen
2-1, Charmaine.
We've also seen in this tournament a well-placed bunt can really excite the team as well.
Yeah, well, the bases are so close that some of these kids are just speed burners. They can get down that line in a hurry with a well-placed bunt. And that could be just as important as a line drive off the wall. That one's ripped straight back, fouled behind home plate, 3-2. The sun starts going down. We're getting closer to a championship winner. 6 innings scheduled tonight. We're almost through 2 here. No score yet. Plaichi tries to go straight up the middle. He does. Same place Arnoldi went. Arnoldi wheels around second, goes to third, puts on the brakes down the third base line as the throw comes in. But he occupies the attention of the River Dogs long enough for Plaichi to scamper over to second. They got 2 runners in scoring position. A lefty lead, Ethan Dow will stroll to the plate. Dow, a chance to put the Vibes on top. First pitch, strike.
And now we can sort of hear and feel more of the energy in the crowd.
Yeah, a couple of hits will do that for you. I think everybody was sitting on their hands waiting for something to happen. Here's the next pitch inside. Dow has to back away from it, 2-1. Two on for the Vibe. Next pitch up the third base line. Brock, great job snagging it. He's going to throw it home. They've got Arnoldi in a rundown. Back and forth. They'll throw it home. They still in a rundown. Tries to get back to third. He's out. Oh, he's safe. They call him safe. That's a little excitement for you, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how Arnoldi got back underneath that tag. Meanwhile, as he went home, runner on second tried to come to third several times. It was like a yo-yo back and forth as Arnoldi went right and left. He did as well. Bases loaded. Nobody out in this inning. And the big man, Mr. McFarland, coming to the plate. Johnny McFarland, number 14. And they haven't really moved the outfielders back much. You would think they'd move them right back to the wall, but
Yeah, the left fielder's really shaded towards the line, so they're expecting something down the line.
here's the next pitch inside. You know, right at this point, if I'm a pitcher, if I'm the manager, I'd almost really just kind of dance around, not give him anything to hit. You'd rather walk him here, give up 1 run, than one swing of the bat, give up 4. Next pitch, high and inside. Looks like they're just throwing stuff that he can't get a hold of. 2-2. McFarland with the bases jammed. That's down low outside. So the count goes full on the big man McFarland. Now the coaches say move back. Now they're pushing their outfielders back to the back of the wall. And they move about 4 feet off the wall. 3-2. Arnoldi's swung on. Gets past the pitcher. Straight up to second base. Frank will throw it to first, but the runner comes in. And the Vibe get one on the board.
Way to go, Johnny!
It's a little bit of a small ball.
And it shows how important that rundown was in getting back to safely to third as well.
Next up, Noah Freeman. Double deuces number 22. Plaichi at third. Takes a long run down that third base line on that pitch. So it's Plaichi at third, Dow at second. 1 run in. A little excuse me pitch that's out in center field. J.J. Frank will roll back and pick it off. That one had trouble written over it, but Frank, pretty steady glove right there at second base for the second out. Hayes Hine coming up next. Jack Wallace will follow if they get that far. Number 11. Swing on and missed. I think Stremley took a little bit off that one. Had him out front. 0-1. 2 outs here, 1 run in. The Vype strike first. There's a line drive, left side. Scooped it, throws it over to third. It's not, it's safe. The run will score. I thought he caught it for a second. It popped out of the glove. Sherman was over there. It just popped out of the glove. Now he'll take second. Nobody paying attention there. So Dow's on third. That's Freeman on second. Here's Wallace. So it's 2-0 Vype. Here in the bottom of the second, they're not done yet, 2 outs. So nothing really hard hit, just a couple of seeing-eye singles and a couple of well-placed shots here and there, and they've got 2 runs. Next pitch is low outside. Well, they call it a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, just making contact. Contact will do that, just putting the ball in play, and really anything can happen.
There's the next pitch, foul back. It's like in hockey, you know, you can't really score if you don't shoot, so you're trying to pass around for that perfect thing. Just shoot, see what happens. Something could possibly happen. Same thing here, just make contact. Put it into play, put it in the hands of the outfielders and infielders. See if they can make the play. Next pitch swung on and missed, and they're out of the inning, so the Vype put 2 on the board, and we go to the top of the third. It's 2-0 Vibes. Welcome back, folks. David Cannon along with Ryan Zagrecki, our producer today. Tino doing a great job as always. Our QA back at Vype headquarters, making sure we look good and sound good this afternoon for you. Is Skylar Gillespie. We appreciate everybody's hard work. And this is hard work. It is hot. Got a little bit of a breeze out here this afternoon, but we had some games last year that were just almost were like combat pay. We're difficult. But we love bringing it to you, and that's why we're here. All the aunts and uncles, moms and dads, grandma, grandpas, cousins, whoever can be here tonight via Vype and our live broadcast. So we thank you for joining us tonight. 2-0 Vype as we go to the top of the third. Second pitch is a strike, 1-1. This should be Asher Axelrod. One of my favorite names from a couple nights ago. Sounds like a rock star. After that, we'll go to the top of the lineup with Wise Next pitch popped up right side. Gonzalez can't get to it, and because Gonzalez plays first, was trying to get to it, nobody was backing up first, and Axelrod will make it safely to first base. So back to the top of the lineup, Max Scheffler. Excuse me, I was on the wrong. That was Isaacs. I was on the wrong team, so forgive me on that one. I just wanted to say Axelrod's name. It's pretty cool. So Scheffler, the leadoff, has a runner on again here. That one gets away, and Isaacs will rumble to second. So second straight inning that the River Dogs had runners in scoring position. Need to bring one or two home here. They trail by 2. Scheffler inside, jumps away from it. 3-0. Again, Plache got the job done the last inning when he came in for Gonzalez, but it looked a little shaky trying to find the target. And here he is, 3-0 to a dangerous hitter, Scheffler. That one's inside and low. Well, they called that a strike. Okay. Couldn't quite see the angle of it. All I see is Scheffler jumping out of the way, so I assume it was a little inside, but 3-1 the count. That one bounces in. If we were playing MLB, that was about a 55-foot curveball. Bounced about 3 foot out in front of the plate.
Now batting, number 8, Jeff Streamy.
Now the River Dogs, they've had base runners all 3 innings. They just haven't had that timely hit to bring them in.
Here they are with 2 on again. Strebley can help himself on the mound with a well-timed hit here. Isaacs at second, Scheffler at first. Plache will fire home. That was tapped. Third base line, scooped over to third. On the force out, they get him. Nice job on the force out. Duncan with the good hands at short. Made a good throw to Sharp at third, and it got that lead run. So Barron Clark will have a chance now with 2 on. Runners at first and second. That's high. And again, starts him out 1-0. Plache's struggling with the control here a little bit, but when it's time, he makes a good pitch. Hands up high. Plache brings it home. That's low as well. So second straight batter. He started out 2-0. Clark looking to take advantage of 2 runners on. Down by 2, 1 out here. That's a tapper, third base. Nice scoop by Sharp. Runs it over and takes care of it himself. But that was a great scoop at third.
Has a hard hit ball, but just right to Sharp.
And Ryan, this is the second great play we've seen at third by each team tonight so far.
Yeah, and he has to make that play. I think that gets by him at least 1 run is scoring on that.
Yeah, I'm sure that one went all the way down to the corner. It had plenty of muscle on it. J.J. Frank, number 2, the second baseman, will take to the plate here. First pitch is low. They call it a strike. So it starts him out 0-1. Once again, the River Dogs looking for that timely hit to get some runners across the plate. Next pitch, swing on and miss. Frank was fooled a little bit by that, got out in front of it. Plache will stare in from the stretch. Comes home. That one's outside low. 1-2 the count. Two outs here, bottom of the third, Vype lead. River Dogs trying to get one on the board. They can't with a strikeout from Frank. Fooled him with the slider down low. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. It is 2-0 Vype. Vype coming to the bat. Welcome back, folks. The bottom of the third, and even though it's third inning, and you might think, it's still early. We only play 6 in Little Leagues. This is the Minors Championships, so we're effectively at the halfway mark at the end of this inning. So anybody that's down by a couple of runs, like the River Dogs, time starts ticking away a little bit here, halfway into the game. And here's my guy talking about a minute ago, Asher Axelrod. This sounds like a rock star. So number 2, Frank, struck out to end that last inning. And number 2, Axelrod will lead off here for the Vype. So excuse me, swing. And from number 2 to number 2, just as we were talking about the twos, Frank will make the easy snag of that line drive for the first out. That was like an excuse me swing. He tried to hold up on that one and just made contact. Really didn't mean to. Dylan Wise will lead off here, second batter. Scoreboard says 1 out, or excuse me, now it says 1 out. It says 0 outs. Just checking myself. Wise, look at his batting stance. You can tell he's a fan of Jeff Bagwell. He's got that lower crouch stance, like he's been practicing that Jeff Bagwell stance in his mirror at home for years. Hey, it worked for Big Jeff. He's in the Hall of Fame, so why not? We'll see. That's one of those stances, Ryan, that most of the coaches discourage you from trying, but then you get a look at all the numbers that Bagwell put up.
Yeah, no kid has ever taught that stance. They practice it on their own.
There's a shot, left side, and Brock can't hold on to it, but he does keep it from going down the line as Clark will come over and back him up. So hot shot from Wise, gets on first here in the third. Arjun Sharp, followed by Gonzalez.
Are they wrong?
You said River Dogs? River Dogs is home? Yes.
Next pitch. That is ball. 1-1.
River Dogs is away, right, Matt? Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I had it back.
That was popped up left side. This might get down. It does. Bobbles it just for a minute. Goes all the way to third. Axelrod gets into third. And Wise into third. Sharp into second. And the Wise, I see Wise right in front of me, and I try to say Vibes. Wise has the vibes. Vibes on top 2-0, looking to play add-on here. And here comes the big man, Gonzalez. High and inside, first pitch.
And that outfielders move way back for Gonzalez.
1-0. Strevely comes in on him. That's going to be outside. 2-0. Boy, Ryan, if the Vibes can put a couple on the board here, that could put the River Dogs in a hurt here. That one's inside. All the way to the backstop. Wise will come home, and he's in there safe. That one did get far away, but Wise was wise to come down the line, and Dillon scored underneath the tag of the catcher. So it is 3-0 Vibes. And still what's important, a 3-0 count to the big man. Gonzalez was sharp on first. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez looking for the fences. 3-1. Next pitch, that's down low, and they'll lose him. So Gonzalez will happily take the walk to first. Nobody's paying attention.
Number 24, Hudson Duncan.
And he just strolls right onto the second. Gonzalez looking around. Nobody paying attention, and he just took off for second.
Yeah, now the River Dogs are going to have a conversation with the umpire.
Yeah, you wonder where the cutoff is, and when you can run, when you can't. It seemed like everything was set. Pitcher had the ball ready to go to the next batter, and all of a sudden Gonzalez took off. So, and both coaches talking back and forth with each other, and they're going to let it stand. And that's important. That's an extra base for Gonzalez. 2 runners in scoring position for Duncan. 1 run in this inning. They're up 3-0. That's high.
We saw this on Thursday too, taking second base on a walk. They like to be aggressive on walks.
Down low, that gets behind the batter, but catcher does a great job of grabbing onto it. He said, I saw a shadow. Looked like the ball had flung all the way to the backstop. Ball 2, 2-0. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Arnoldi will be next up. Duncan swings on, pops up left side. That's going to be foul. But none of the River Dogs could get to it. Brock took chase, and so did Klein down that left side. But it landed in no man's land just beyond the bullpen mound down the left field side here. So they'll reset 2-2. Swung on and foul straight back. Duncan getting some good cuts here in the last couple. Strevely trying to close the door here. Duncan going to time him up. That's a little looper. It's going to be a ball. 3-2, so the count goes full. 2 runners on. Duncan will get a good pitch to hit here. Although first base is open. Arnoldi is up next. There's a pitch that's tapped third. It finds the shortstop. Those at home, not in time. As Sharp got to home, here comes Gonzalez. He'll sneak home as well. 2 more runs. It is 5-0. Gonzalez watching the ball fly around the infield, trying to get the runner at second. They did get Duncan at second, but Duncan stayed out there long enough for Gonzalez to lumber home for that 5th run. So that cleans the bases up. Nobody's on. 2 out for Arnoldi.
It looked like they sort of sent the runner to second almost as a sacrifice, so that way the runner at third could just go home and sort of sacrifice an out for a run.
There's a pop-up left side. Klein comes in. He did get it. Looked like it popped out of his glove for a half a second. That's a tough play to come in on a ball like that. But that'll be in the inning, but 3 more runs for the Vibe, and they lead 5-0 as we go to the top of the 4th. Welcome back, folks, to the Post Oak Little League Minors Championship game. This is a defunct championship game. Whoever wins this will win the championship. There's no double elimination in the minors division, so we will have a champion tonight. And so far, the Vype says we want it. They've got a 5-0 lead as we go to the top of the fourth.
Now batting, number 5, Levi Brock.
Levi Brock lead off for the River Dogs. They've got some work to do here. Just a couple of more outs to work with. Just 9 more outs to work with, and they're down by 5. Pletchy has been a little shaky, but he's got the job done when he needs to.
Yeah, the River Dogs have gotten base runners each inning. It's just finishing it. The pitching staff for the Vibes coming up with big-time strikeouts.
Pletchy will kick and fire. That one's in and high, 2-0. And Pletchy, this last inning, had a little bit of a habit of getting behind runners, but made the right pitch at the right time to get out of a jam. Here he is down 2-0 to Brock. Now it's 3-0 now. And that pitch, Ryan, he kind of looked over the coach as if like saying, "Are you ready to pull me out?" Because that was a bouncer. He almost looked like as he expected the coach to be coming to him. Gonzalez started the game. I had to go out. Started the second inning with a little shoulder ailment, we believe. And Brock will take the 4th and straight pitch in for a ball. He'll get on. And again, the River Dogs getting runners on base, but got to do something with them.
Number 99,
And then just on cue, here's the coach.
Yeah, I mean, Pletchy had that look was he bounced out, went in, looked around like he expected the coach to come to him. But, Pletchy's been a little bit erratic, but sometimes erratic is good. The batter doesn't know what's coming, but he's been getting behind batters quite a lot in the last inning and a half or 2 innings.
Yeah, good job by the River Dogs, just staying patient and sort of limiting their swings outside of the strike zone.
Looks like they'll keep Pletchy in. Just a little pep talk there. Gonzalez slid over to first. We're just speculating the shoulder injury. A little tweak as he was talking to his third baseman, Sharp. He just kind of pointed at his shoulder and kind of shook his head. So it's like somewhere in the right shoulder. Got a little bit of tweak. Better safe than sorry. Pull him out, put him on first, put Pletchy in on the mound. It's 0-1. First pitch in. The Freeman is a ball. Swing on and miss. Excuse me, this is Fisher Sherman, number 99. Pletchy working his 4th straight inning since he came in the top of the second with only 1 pitch thrown. Kept the River Dogs off, even though it's been sort of trafficky. He hasn't allowed a run. Pletchy will kick and fire. That was high. Sherman will bail out just a minute. Got to believe that Sherman's a big J.J. Watt fan with that number 99. Pretty popular number in here in Houston. 3-2 the count. And Pletchy just struggling just a little bit. But he's managed to make the right pitch at the right time. Takes a deep breath, looks in, and he'll fire home. Swung on and missed. Sherman goes fishing. Excuse the pun there, but that just wrote itself. So 1 out as Pletchy will strike out Fisher Sherman. And here's Alexander Haluka. Followed by Carter Tressman. in the on-deck circle. Leachy fires home. That's down low. I like to call it a strike, though. The wind starts to pick up again. Coming basically across the diamond from first base to third. That one's tapped down the line. Sharp, good job scooping it. Gets the runner at second. Again, Sharp makes a great play at third, taking his time on the hop to get the throw over in time. So 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Leachy once again falling behind on a couple of batters, but getting the ground balls, getting the pop-ups when he needs them. And here's Tressman. Peyton Waters is next in the on-deck circle for the River Dogs. That's down low, 1-1. It's like somebody just turned on a big fan over down right field. It was pretty calm for a while. All of a sudden now it's blowing at a steady 10 to 15. That could cause little problems down the left side if get one popped up in the air. Here's the next pitch. That was tapped. Gonzalez will miss it at first. Goes all the way into right field. Well, they'll scoop it and they'll, apparently it was foul. Didn't see the umpire down that right side say it was foul. Just the way Gonzalez reacted. Thought it was fair. It's hard to see that line from this side. So they'll reset 1 and 2 to Tressman. Tressman swings and misses. And another strikeout for Blashy. Blashy's been a little bit erratic, but he's been effective when he needs to be. He'll shut the door again, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-0 Vibes.
Let's hear it one more time for all the moms spending Mother's Day at the ballpark. Honestly, there's no better place to be.
Welcome back, folks. 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. The Vibes are on top. Coming to the bat here, trying to play add-on. And Ryan, it's been one of those games where River Dogs done what they needed to, except for that one timely hit to get the runners across.
Yeah, they've batted 4 times through 4 innings, and I believe either in all 4 innings or 3 out of the 4 innings, the inning has ended on a strikeout from the Vype pitcher. So the Vibes they're getting timely strikeouts in this game.
And they've had runners on base every single inning, at least 1, if not 2. I think they left the bases loaded in the first or second, so the difference is the Vibe are getting that timely hit. And a couple of mistakes in the outfield, or not the outfield, but the defensive side for the River Dogs, and that's the difference so far tonight. And here's the pitcher, Luke Leachy, with Ethan Dow following in, and then Johnny McFarland. Time is running out here for the River Dogs. They only have 2 more innings to work with. Cannot afford to have any more runs put on the board here. Strebley's gone the entire way. He's pitched a pretty good game, just a couple of timely hits as we talked about. A couple of singles up the middle, only the hard hit balls at all. Two and one the count. Strike. Swung on and fouled back 2-2. That one's in there as well. 3-2. Next pitch popped up left side. Gave me a one hopper. Aluka could get to it, but fielded it on one hop. And the Vibes, I wanted to say wise. Vibes are once again having their lead runner on base. And here's Ethan Dow. First pitch in for a strike. This is a true championship game. Winner tonight gets the trophies, gets all the glory, and the crazy celebrations as well. And you'll see one of these teams celebrate tonight the Post Oak Little League Minors Championship. Strebley will fire. That one's high. I believe that makes it 3-1. It says 2-1 on the scoreboard. We'll go with 2-1 then. Here's the next pitch. Now it's 2-2. One runner on here. Bottom of the fourth for the Vibe. They lead 5-0. That one's low. 3-2. The count goes full. Blanchie will look for a chance to run from first. Here's the pitch to Dow. That's in there for a strike. Dow wasn't exactly agreeing with that. And Ryan, as the sun goes down a little bit, you're going to have the shadows between the pitcher and the batter kind of starting to lengthen a little bit here.
Yeah, and it also seems like both teams are sort of forcing the pitcher to throw them strikes. They are happy with taking pitches outside of the zone.
Here's the big man, McFarland. I am laughing because I see the River Dog coach over there, raising his hands left and right, both pushing their outfielders back to the wall and very emphatic about it. McFarland's a pretty big guy. They're not quite as deep as you'd think he would be by looking at McFarland, how big he is.
But both left field and right field shaded towards the line, so there's just a huge gap in right center field.
And let's have him as a puller. Even at this level of baseball, they have book on people. They know tendencies and they take it pretty seriously. Next pitch to McFarland, swing and a miss. Strebley had him out front. McFarland was at bat Thursday night with the bases loaded down by 2. Hit a ball to the right fielder who bounced it off his chest, and 3 runs came home for the Vibe to win. That's a strikeout. McFarland will take a seat. Noah Freeman comes to the plate now for the Vibe. Number 22 will have a little powwow on the mound here. It's like we might have, and we do have a pitching change. Strebley will go to shortstop. Give me a second. Oh, it's going to be Clark. Clark is going to be your pitcher for the River Dogs now. Baron Clark. So we're 4.5 innings into this, 2 outs in the 4th. And Ryan, time is really becoming a factor for the River Dogs. They've got to get something going here.
Yeah, I'm very confident that they'll get base runners the next time they get up to bat. It's just, will the Vibes pitcher get that timely third out strikeout, which they've done throughout this entire game so far.
And something about Plachi has kind of baffled them. Plachi's done a good job, been erratic at times, gotten behind batters, but got the pop-up, got the ground out when he needed it. And that's the art of pitching, but River Dogs got to find a way to get him off of there and try somebody else, because they haven't been able to solve Plachi at all. Still more time. Got 6 more outs to deal with as we're in the bottom of the 4th. They'll have 2 more at-bats. Strigley did a nice job while he was in there. He really only gave up a couple of balls that were hit fairly hard up the middle. A couple of miscues by the defense allowed the rest of the runs to kind of scamper home. And he'll slide over to shortstop as Baron Clark will take the mound. Baron Clark did not play Thursday night's game, so it's the first time we've seen him. Right-handed pitcher. You get a couple more tosses here. Boy, I tell you, looking up and down the line, there's people lined up against the rails on both sides. It almost reminds me of a college football game. They're ready to storm the field. And Ryan, if the storming is anything like we had Thursday night, and that was just the semifinals. That was just going into the final. It should be pretty interesting to watch tonight.
Yeah, it seems like every kid under the age of 12 will storm the field.
Whether they are for that team or not. Freeman's going to take his wax here at Clark. First pitch to Freeman is in there for a ball, I believe. 2-1 the count on the board. It's hard to see what the ref calls from this angle. They keep it at 2-1. That one's ripped into left field. Well placed for the Vibe. And 2 on now. So here comes Hayes Hine. So Clark comes in, throws 2 pitches, gives up a hit. And puts another runner on here for the Vibe. Critical junction in this game. The Vibe have a chance to put it away. The River Dogs have to find a way to shut that door and turn the tide the next 2. First pitch to Hine. Double steal. They get in at third and at second. Throw was a little bit late down here to Brock. You take a look at Brock, you tell he's been working tonight. Got that uniform dirty early. And a couple of great plays at third. The hot corner. One and 1 the count. Swing and a miss. Hine way out in front. Jack Wallace will be next. I looked down for a half a second and did not see what happened.
It was an attempted steal of home, but catcher threw it back to the pitcher. Pitcher quickly back to the catcher, and call is an out.
So heads up play. I looked down to see who was next in the lineup. I look up and everybody's cheering it's out. So here we go to the 5th inning, Ryan. And you know, it's do or die time for the River Dogs now. They've got to get something going. Going to the top of the 5th, the River Dogs will again face Plache. Plache came in with only 1 pitch thrown in the 2nd inning, and he's gone the entire way, blanked the River Dogs. River Dogs have been trafficy, several runners on base. Every single inning they managed to get some traffic on, but Plache managed to get out of the jam just about every single time. So the River Dogs have 6 more outs to work with. They trail 5-0. You hear the wind just starting to whip up here again. And I'm frankly glad it is. It's a little warm when we first got here earlier, and the breeze makes it somewhat nice. If you could say it's a nice evening on in May.
Now batting, number 21, Peyton Waters.
Peyton Waters leads off for the River Dogs. They'll be followed by Russell Klein and Griffin Whaley. So they need runs, and it's the bottom of the lineup. So the bottom of the lineup has to set up the top of the lineup. But I know, Ryan, you were talking about that earlier in the game. Cardinals and Dodgers, the bottom of the lineup was setting up the top. They got to do it here for the River Dogs. First pitch to it's in there low. Waters. Once again, Plache will get behind early, 1-0. He'll kick and fire. That one's in for a ball as well. That was really close. It looked like it was, and height-wise, it was right down the pipe, but we're down the left field line. Can't see if it's in or out, so umpire says it's a ball. It's 2-0. Plache falls behind again. Here's the next pitch, 3-0. This has been his MO the last 3 or 4 innings. He's fallen behind 2-0, 3-0, and somehow invoked a foul ball or a pop-up or a ground out some way. See if Plache could do it again here, 3-0. He'll look in. Waters will look for something to hit. That one bounces in, 4 straight pitches, and he'll take a base. So that's what the River Dogs need. They need base runners.
And they've had base runners all 5 innings so far.
Just got to get that 1 or 2 important hits. Once you get the ducks on the pond, you got to be able to clear them off. Klein looking to do that here. Pitch to Klein, swung on and fouled back. Almost looked like Klein was fooled on that just a little bit. Took one of those excuse me swings and made contact, fouled it back. Next pitch from Plache, that's down low as well. So Plache has bounced a few in. Last inning and even 1 or 2 in this inning. Sometimes you're wild, you can be effectively wild, and I think that's what's happened against the River Dogs here. Plache comes home. That one's ripped to left. Oh, it's actually popped up, and Plache will take it. I thought that was coming down the line. Plache picks it off. So he finally gets it out, and again, falls behind the batter, induces a pop-up, and gets the out.
Now batting, number 30.
So Plache has been a little bit like Houdini tonight, getting in a little bit of a bind, but somehow wiggles out of it. Here's Griffin Whaley. That first pitch is in for a strike. No, it's a ball. I thought he said strike. Runner on first. Next pitch is low, 2-0.
It looked like Whaley was taken all the way right there.
Actually called that a strike. It's 1-1. Yeah, we got a pitcher that's falling behind. You just want to help him, get in the hole. Then hopefully you get the hit or two that makes him go take a shower. He's fooled them tonight. I'm sure the River Dogs want to find a way to get rid of Plache off the mound. 1-2 the count to Whaley. He'll kick and fire. Whaley will tap it, foul, right side. And again, fooled Whaley a little bit on that pitch.
Looked like Whaley is just a staying alive swing, just get piece of contact.
So you're probably too young for this, Ryan, but I call that a BG swing because he's staying alive. See, that's maybe 3 people got that joke, but I'm entertaining myself is what I got to do. That one bounces in there too. And Klein will scamper to second. Runner in scoring position for the River Dogs, looking to break the ice and get on the board. Whaley looking at a 2-2 pitch here. That one's in low. And the count goes full. Plache once again looking for that magical pop-up or a ground out. 1 out here. Next pitch, that's walk. River Dogs needing runners, and they're getting them. They've got 2 here in this inning. As we see the Houston Rockets team plane flying over, probably coming into Hobby Airport. They land at Hobby Airport, but it is definitely the Rockets team charter plane. Of course, the Rockets aren't in the playoffs anymore, but chartering somebody certainly saw the Rockets logo. Rockets are a big part of the Post Oak Little League with their sponsoring. The majors we saw earlier had the Rockets logo on their uniforms. Texans are hugely involved. So are the Astros, the Crane family. Big sponsors in the Post Oak Little League. We thank all the sponsors for everything they do. Otherwise, wouldn't happen for these young guys out here every year. 0-2 the count. Pitch in, that's line drive to right. Fumbled by Gonzalez. Thought that may have been foul, but apparently he caught it or fumbled it in fair territory. And Ryan, this is exactly what they need. They got the bases loaded, 1 out. Now they got to get that big hit.
And you've called Plache Houdini, so we'll see if he can get out of this jam.
He's got to face the top of the lineup and Max Scheffler. Weiser saying all the way back, taking all their outfielders way back. And Strebley's up next. He's still on the mound for the River Dogs. Got a chance to possibly help himself out here, but this game could change in a heartbeat with just 1 swing. Scheffler looking to do some damage here against Plache. Plache will fire. That one's high over the top. Scheffler has to hit the deck. So finally hear the River Dogs fans down that right side come alive a little bit. Next pitch, chopped down third. Sharp with another great play, goes home. The ball is high. Runner will score. Whaley gets caught up in between third and home and is thrown out in the rundown. Sharp, great job throwing home, but a little high. But the River Dogs get on the board with 1 here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Sharp elected to go home for the force out, did not step on third base. But it was just a high throw. But that runner going from second to third, ended up being out anyways off that rundown.
Yeah, he was really close to third base. He could have very easily tagged third and threw home. But either way, they did get the run at, or did get the out at third. Little, not the most traditional way, but they did get it.
Looks like we're gonna have a pitching change here.
So finally they get Plaitchie off the mound. Freeman will take the mound for the Vype. Well, this game has been fairly uneventful, but as we have talked about so many tight-knit games, this one's becoming tight down the stretch as we go. And you feel the tension rising here in the 5th inning. So Freeman will get a couple of tosses here.
All the River Dogs are along that first base line, just getting a scouting report on Freeman.
Yeah, you called it well the other night when you see him standing out there, all watching the pitcher warm up, just trying to get the timing. Maybe they haven't seen him before. Maybe they can pick up on something that, you know, helps them out in the future at bat. So here we go, 2 on, 2 out for the River Dogs. Strebley up to bat. He lines one through the hole. Actually, Duncan will scoop it, but not in time. And everybody's safe. So the coach for the Vibes is saying this inning's over. He is protesting something that happened. I didn't see anything that he's talking about. Maybe he's saying that Duncan caught it in the air instead of scooped it on the ground. That may be what they're talking about here. In that case, that would make the inning over. They look like it bounced off the ground to me. So the umpires will convey down the right field line.
I think he's protesting that the batter was out of the batter's box on when he hit the ball.
And the River Dogs coach is saying, no, he was doing this. Both coaches are going at each other just in a friendly manner.
Yeah, looks like the River Dogs are going to win that argument.
So the bases are juiced. And here's Clark. First pitch, looper in for a strike, I believe. No, they call it a ball. So some of the coaches out here need an ice bath. As they're still protesting that last play. Vibes coach was up and down the line saying this game is over, or this inning is over, in his opinion. That was popped behind home plate, but not far enough for Isaacs to think about coming home. Three and one the count.
You know, I didn't see, I was not paying attention to if he was in the batter's box or not, so I really don't know.
Clark, a big swing and a miss. J.J. Frank is on deck. Levi Brock behind him if they get that far. So you got some big bats coming behind Clark here. That's a chopper down the left side. Is that fair? They call it fair. It's going down in the corner. No, they call it a foul ball. Boy, there was a little bit of a confusion there. That ball looked really close to going over the bag. And Ryan, you made a point earlier that there are only 2 referees here today. One home plate, one on first. There's a walk.
Yeah, we
had
2 umpires in the Majors finals game, but then we added a third here, so there's 3 umpires here tonight.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is the fact that the one umpire closest to the third base line is over around shortstop position, so there's no way he could have made a proper play over the bag. That would be the umpire's call, maybe hopefully the umpire, but from our angle, looked really close to going down the line.
Yeah, I do think it was a foul ball, but that is the home plate umpire's call.
So 2 runs in here for the River Dogs, and a tough bat. J.J. Frank is up to the bat for the River Dogs, followed by Levi Brock.
And then all of a sudden for the River Dogs, the tying runs at first and the go-ahead runs at the plate.
Looper, that one's ripped into left field. That will get down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And he's in safe it. And he's coming home from third. And he'll score. 3-run score. And boy, folks, we got a ball game now. That's the hardest hit ball the River Dogs have had all night long. And boy, did J.J. Frank put one in a good spot there. We are tied at 5. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. River Dogs, big chunk, 5 runs in this inning. They're still not done. J.J. Frank stands at second, and here comes Levi Brock. So this game was just chugging along at a slow speed and all of a sudden shifting into high gear. You want drama? Just hang around for a little bit. You'll get it.
Big time hits, crazy plays, controversial plays. Got everything here.
Frank was called all the way over to third. Get some instructions from the coach. Levi Brock, the lefty, will try to bring Frank home from second. Another looping pitch in there. Freeman's not throwing many fastballs. There are a lot of curveballs, a lot of sliders, and just some looping pitches. Almost like a slow pitch softball.
Right here. JJ, good hit. JJ!
The Vibes coach is just not too happy after what he thought was the end of the inning. And all of a sudden now they're tied at 5. So he's a little hot down that left field sideline. It's right in front of the, he's got some words for the umpire. That was ripped in and picked up. Great catch in the outfield, and we are done in the top of the 5th. Rinaldi makes the catch and ends the inning for the River Dogs, but they've done the damage they needed. They tie it at 5 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up at 5. So we've seen a major shift in this game. If you've been hanging with us, you heard a lot of noise from the Vype fans, and all of a sudden they are quiet. And the noise is coming from the other side now as the River Dogs get a big chunk. They get all 5 runs they needed in the top of the 5th, and we are jacked up, tied at 5 with just an inning and a half to go. And Ryan, we were both watching the Vibes coach explaining what he thought was the issue where the the batter jumped out of the box before he made contact. So I guess that's what you were talking about.
Yeah. I was not paying attention to it, but later on in the inning, Vype's coach had some words for the umpire saying he did it again, so watch out for that. So,
well, it's too late for now, but something to look at for later. Haynes Hine leading off will tap it, and a little bit of miscommunication by the River Dogs as Brock and the shortstop went over to at the same time to go get it. Stribley and Brock kind of made contact. Brock pulled off, but it was too late. Stribley could not make the throw over, so one pitch, one runner on. And here's Jack Wallace for the Vype. If you like tension, you like drama, we got it right here. Top 5-5 championship on the line. There's a hit right side. J.J. Frank will pick it, scoop it, throw it to second. No time to turn the two to double play, but good job by Frank to get the lead runner at second, and there's one out. And here's Asher Axelrod, number 2. After that, going back to the top of the lineup for the Vibes. Axelrod want to try to stay out of the double play. Leave the top of the lineup with something to work with here. Dylan Wise up next, followed by Sharp. Sun setting on this evening. Championship near. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strikeout, so second out goes down swinging. And here's Dylan Wise, but good thing, right? He did not hit it to a double play. Gives the top of the lineup a chance with one runner on here.
yeah, and this is where you want to do some damage if you're the Vibes.
Wise with that Bagwell stance. That one bounces in, but didn't get away from the catcher, so runner cannot advance from first. Next pitch, really big looping pitch from Clark. The fastball from Clark down low. Wise will throw the bat away and run to first, give his coach a high five there. 2 on for Arjun Sharp. Arjun made a couple of great plays at third this afternoon. And us being right down the third base line here, we've had a front row seat to watching Levi Brock and Arjun Sharp making those great plays at third. The big man Edgar Gonzalez is in the on-deck circle for the Vibes. Sharp from the left side. 2 on, 2 out here, bottom of the 5th. Swung on and missed. I think they've switched the landing pattern at Hobby Airport over the last 20 minutes or so as we get plane over the top of us here. Look at that, they just heard about the championship game and they want to get a good look at it. Safe at third as everybody moves forward. So Wallace is on third now for the Vype. Sharp at the plate with a 1-1 count. Next pitch, that's down low. 2-1.
That's an out. That's an out.
Down low again. Clark having trouble with control a little bit here. He just came back with 5. Got to shut the door here. That one's this ball. Going to walk him on board as the River Dogs coach on that far side just could not believe the call, had his hands on his head like, are you kidding me? Bases loaded for Edgar Gonzalez, one of the two really big young men on this team. And immediately the coaches on that far side saying, get back. All the outfielders heading all the way back to about 5 feet from the edge of the wall. Gonzalez was swing and a miss on that first pitch. He was looking for the seats, or at least over the wall. There's no seats over the wall, but Clark tried to shut him down. The looping pitch, 1-1. Clark will take a look. He'll come home. Down low, Gonzalez makes contact. Great stab by Stribley. He makes the out at second. Outstanding play by Stribley in the shortstop position. That was fantastic. Saves a run. We'll go to the top of the sixth, all jacked at 5.
Championship Sunday, and it's tied at top of the sixth, 5-5.
A couple innings ago, we were strolling into what looked like a inevitable championship for the Vibes. But all of a sudden, the River Dogs put their stamp on this game with 5 in the 5th. And a great play by Stribley to shut down any run. In fact, a run would have scored on that play, most likely. Great play by Stribley, just outstanding defensive play. It's been a pleasure to watch this game tonight. We've got a lot more excitement coming your way. Top of the 6th inning, excuse me. River Dogs, Vibe, tied at 5. We only play 6, but we may need extras tonight. And we'll have a new pitcher for the Vibe. Duncan will jump to the mound now.
Send the tape, baby. Yeah. Yeah, Candy's email. Hey, look, we've been fighting through some adversity. My pitcher says he feels something pop in his arm after the first game.
So here we go, folks. If you bought a seat tonight for this game, you're probably only going to need the edge because it's going to be fun down the stretch here. Everything is critical. Pitching, hitting. Every run is extremely important here. And here comes Fisher Sherman to the plate. Looks at the first one, a ball. Second one is down low, a ball as well. This game has been full of everything. Great timely hits, great defensive play by these young men tonight. Sherman swat up and over the net. Watch out by the concession stands. Somebody just bought a coffee and just had it land right in the middle of him. You never know, walking around here. First pitch, our next pitch is a ball down low, 3-2. Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Got about 4 different fields in a span of about a 200-yard spot. Balls and flying everywhere, people were everywhere. It's like a 3-ring circuit. There's a shot up center. Sharp moved over to shortstop for Duncan. Scooped it and fired it. Anoldi's over to third. So they swapped Anoldi and Sharp when Duncan came into pitch. So Anoldi, just like at third, snapped that one, threw it over the diamond for the out. And here's Waluka. So 1 out for the River Dogs. First pitch to Haluka. 1-1 the count. Excuse me, I missed a pitch there. Next pitch, lined on to third, and Anoldi can't get it. Tried to barehand it and can't get it. Had a lot of spin on it. You can see that ball as it bounced off his hand. It was just sitting and spinning in the dirt. Anoldi really had no choice but to try to barehand it and get it across. Too much spin. That ball came off the end of the bat. So River Dogs with a runner on first here with 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. We are down to crunch time in the Post Oak Little League Major Championship game here. Excuse me, I said majors, it's the minors division. Next pitch to Haluka. He dips down below it. It hit him. Looked like it glanced off his helmet. And he is just excited as all can be, running down the first base line. He gets on. One way or another, you got to get on, get ducks on the pond for your fellow players behind you.
Sort of hit off the top of his helmet.
That's what it looked like, yeah. Yeah, Luka kind of dipped down below that pitch and just skimmed off the top of his helmet. So here's like Peyton Waters. Yeah, Peyton Waters. Should have been Tressman. That pitch is high, 2-0.
Tressman's on first with the.
Oh, so I thought that was okay. There you go. Thank you. Going a little too fast for him, man. I'm getting old. So Luka at second, Tressman at first. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. 3-0 to Waters. Klein will be next. That one's in for a strike. Waters didn't like that call. He was halfway ready to throw his bat and run to first. River Dogs trying to load the bases. That's a chop. Caught in the air. They'll double off Haluka. So great play by Plechi at second. Haluka on the run, and they double him. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the Vype a chance to walk this thing off for the championship. Another great defensive play. We've seen them from all corners of the diamond tonight. But you heard the excitement earlier. Now it's more like a nervous excitement throughout the crowd. As both teams' fans are on the edge here. Bottom line is, the Vype get one run here, they are champions. If they don't, we go to extra innings and we play until we get a champion. We saw that the other night. In fact, the River Dogs were involved, the Vype were involved in, the River Dogs were involved in an extra inning game. They went to 8 before they put away the Lugnuts. They were the Vype that were down by 3, or down by 2 going into the 6th, and punched across 3 to win it. So both these teams know what it takes to do it in the pinch and get a hit, get the runs they need when they need them. So we'll see what happens here and see if Clark could keep the runner from coming across here for the win. Duncan will be first at bat for the Vype.
Number 24, Hudson Duncan.
He'll be followed by Arnoldi and Placey. First pitch is high. 1-0. See, photographers getting lined up for that winning shot if it comes here. Got a still photographer right in the line between where we are and home plate. Next pitch, that's jacked into right field on one hopper. It'll get in there for a single. And the throw goes wild into the dugout on the other side. He'll come around second, go all the way to third. Here's the throw, and he's out at third. Beautiful throw to get Duncan at third as he scampered 2 bases on the overthrown ball, and Duncan standing there with his mouth wide open like he cannot believe it. Great throw, and I apologize, I didn't see who made the throw, but it was outstanding and on the money. Brock made the tag and erases the threat. Another gem defensive play in this game. Can we get any more? This has been awesome. Arnoldi up to bat now. That's a hit. Scooped up and thrown across the diamond. So another good defensive play there. So quickly 2 outs.
That's the right call. Relax. Relax.
Here's Pleshy. And what looked like a major threat to make the scoring or score the winning run for the Vype was erased on an outstanding laser throw across the diamond to pick off Duncan at third. The next pitch popped up straight up and over and out into the concession area. And about 700 kids take chase. I exaggerate a little bit, maybe 5, but you know, might as well be 700. 0-2 the count. Plus she's got a shoe issue. Got to get that shoe tied, because if you hit one in the gap, you don't want to trip over your own shoelaces. Placey, after the retying, looks at an 0-2 count. Duncan trying to put it away here. Next pitch is high, 1-2. So we go from thinking, wow, we've got a champion coming up here any minute, to we're looking at extra innings here if put him away here. Placey looking at a 2-2 count. Duncan trying to shut the door. Next pitch. That's high. Count goes full to Placey. So the The whole stadium's still buzzing over that throw at third. It's just an amazing throw. Swing and a miss. And we are going to extra innings, folks. We are going to play until we get our winner tonight. Great drama. We go to the 7th, all tied at 5.
Hey, right call. So dumb. No. Good call. Bad throw to win the game. Don't worry about it. Right call. I did the same thing.
Welcome back, folks. David Kennett along with Ryan Zagrecki and our producer, Tino. Our QA back at Vype headquarters, Skylar Gillespie, doing a great job making sure we look good and sound good for you tonight. And I hope you've been nestled in for the last couple of innings. For the first 3 or 4 innings, we looked like we're going to have a championship cruise. The Vype were in cruise control. Had control of this game. Then all of a sudden, a wink of an eye, and 5 runs are on the board for the River Dogs, and we're tied at 5, and we're going to extras. How could you have it any better? A championship game going to extra innings.
Just when you thought we couldn't top Thursday night's 8-inning semifinal.
Yeah, we're looking at each other after that. 8 inning, and then the last one was a walk-off. We did doubleheader with just total amount of drama. Great games on both sides. And yeah, this was kind of a boring game through 4 innings, and all of a sudden it took a life of its own here. Little controversy. Vype's coach still fuming about a couple of calls here and there. Some of the fans saying there are other things that they were calling, behind us. So it's a little tense situation with the fans and the Vype coach. He's still not happy. But we move on. Klein will lead off for the River Dogs. Tapper out front. He's got speed. Can he get there? He's out. River Dogs coach over there emphatically saying, safe, safe, safe. Umpire says, nope, he's out. Looked like Klein had enough speed to get down there, but 1 pitch, 1 out. Griffin Whaley comes to the plate here, followed by Isaacs. They're still going to talk about that play at first. And now I think the River Dogs coaches, not necessarily protesting, but wants the umpires to take a look at it and at least confer with each other. And they do confer. Home plate umpire agrees with the first base umpire. It is out. So the umpires do their due diligence and make sure they make the right call, which is the only thing you can ask for them to do. 1 out here, top of the 7th. Whaley looks at the next pitch down low. Excuse me, they called that a strike. 0-1. It looked like it was below the knees to me. There's the next pitch. That's high. Chopper foul to the right side. So it'll be 0-2. Isaacs is up next, and then back to the top of the lineup with Max Scheffler. The longer we go in this game, the more the crowd builds about down both lines. They're about 5 or 6 thick down the right field line and then the left field line down behind us here. Feel like an impending cloud coming from behind us, both sides. They all creep in for a better look here. There are not very many actually grandstands here, maybe holes 100 or 200, somewhere around there. But championship game like this pulls in a lot of people from a lot of places, so really fills it up. Next pitch is high, and you hear the wind just whistling now. We're sitting on the left field line facing southeast, so that wind is coming out of the southeast. There's a right side. That's going to be foul down the right field line. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th for the River Dogs. Duncan tried to shut the door on the River Dogs' chances, giving his Vype boys a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he shuts the door with a strikeout. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, all jacked up at 5. Will the Vype be able to bring it out on top? We'll see. We'll see on the other side of the break. This is Vype Sports Live. It's the Post Oak Little League Minors Championship. So they play 6, and we are in the 7th. So it is do or die, extra innings, sudden death here for the Vibes. Leading off Ethan Dow, followed by the big man, Johnny McFarland. McFarland taking some home run swings in the on-deck circle over here. Dreaming of that walk-off shot that'll end this thing. Dow will try to get on for him. First pitch, he'll tap it foul, try to bunt himself on board. And a lefty with speed like Dow just kind of lay it down, and he can get there pretty quickly. Clark will deal. That's high. 1-1. Next pitch is low, sets a strike. 1-2 the count. Clark deals. Foul tip caught. I heard it make contact, looking for where the ball went. But definitely a foul tip. 1 out. And again, they push the outfielders back. And here's McFarland. Had a little meeting with the coach there. Coach probably said, swing for the fences, young man. Wipe right to the first base. Good job to pick it up. First pitch. And McFarland lines out to first. Freeman thought he got hit. Ended up going off the bat. A little controversy here. Freeman thought he got hit and stayed at home, or at least the ball was foul. Now we'll have to see. They called it an out. They said it didn't go off his shoulder, but it went off the bat. Now the umpires are going to have to come out and talk about this. Either way.
Well, it definitely went off the bat, but the Vibes coaches were saying it hit his shoulder first and then the bat.
Yeah, they're kind of rolling up Freeman's sleeve there to kind of show him the mark. So all three referees are confirming now, talking about what happened to try to come up with what did happen.
And yeah, Freeman's trying to show the umpire where he got hit on the shoulder.
The question is, did it hit the bat then the shoulder, or the shoulder then the bat?
Well, no, it definitely hit the bat last. The question is, did it just hit the bat or hit the shoulder then the bat? Right now, the umpires are saying it just hit the bat.
So either way, they're sending the Vibe back out in the field.
This game has a little bit of everything, what'd you say?
It hit him, it's a foul ball. It hit the shoulder. I know, but if they're saying hit the bat, it hit him first. Second, it's a foul ball. I don't know what it is, but nothing's going our way. Every call, every snapshot of the video has just been against us. But I'm the moral for saying no outs. Get something like that. I still think it was a good call, Scotty.
So I'm thinking we're in the top of the 8. I'm not even sure, Ryan. What do you?
Yeah, we're in the top of the 8th, but we just run out of scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm still trying to kind of figure out everything that happened. I don't know if you probably heard the coach come over and confer with a couple of fans behind us talking about that play. And I'll be honest with you, I've never seen that play or experienced that play before. And they've got the blank on the bottom of the 7th, which that would have been the Vibes, because the Vibe is the home team. So Vibe are in the field. River Dogs are up to bat, so that means we're in the top of the 8th. So Scheffler will lead off here. And like you said, Ryan, this game has pretty much had everything. A couple of calls that I've pretty much never seen before. Line drive, that'll get down. It'll go in the gap. Scheffler will turn on first. He'll get to second easily on a stand-up double to lead off this inning for the River Dogs. That one got out there, one hopper off the wall, and put a charge into it. Here's Stremley. First pitch to him is high. They called that a strike, okay. Looked like it was about head high there. No, they reversed it to a ball, okay. There we go. Now it's 2-0. That's very high. That's definitely a ball. 3-0. Duncan still on the mound for the Vibe. He'll deal. That one's in there for a strike. 3-2. Or 3-1, excuse me. Next pitch down low. And Stribley will get on. The River Dogs have 2 on now. And now you have Barron Clark with J.J. Frank coming up after that. So the meat of the lineup for the River Dogs coming up with Clark, Frank, and Brock. In that order coming up. So here's Clark. High and inside, he'll wheel back from it. 2 on, nobody out for the River Dogs. River Dogs trying to do what they did Thursday night. Put that extra run in the top of the inning and then shut him down in the bottom for the win. They did that against the Lugnuts. There's a drive, and Sharp had it, tried to pick him off and didn't get there in time. Great job by Sharp again, a great play. Tried to double off the runner. And Scheffler just looks at Sharp and gives him a kind of applaud like, nice play, bro, but you didn't get me. Scheffler just trying to shake it loose there at second. Trying to be ready. Boy, he got back in a hurry. Here's Frank. 2 on, 1 out here for J.J. Frank.
The crowd was chanting JJ before that bat, and you could see Frank in the batter's box sort of hype up the crowd.
Frank put one in the gap last time up. This one's down the left field line, into the lights and over the left fielder's head. This will score 1. This will definitely score 2. 2-run double, and the throw in home is late. And gets away, and J.J. Frank gets the third. Frank had that big hit back in the 5th inning to drive in a couple. He does it again here. And here comes Levi Brock. Another big bat switching over to the left side. First pitch in, strike. So it's just been a J.J. Frank show. Outstanding with the glove Thursday night. He's had the bat out tonight. Willing the River Dogs to a victory here. Next pitch to Brock. That's high. Catcher, great job pulling that one down.
Jumping on the crowd.
Frank at third, looking for a chance to get home. Looks like they walk Brock. Fisher Sherman comes to the plate now. 2 on, 1. Brock at first. Frank at third. Next pitch is high and outside. 7-5 in the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, I just thought about that. It's the 8th inning. That one's up in the air. That one will get down. There's another run. J.J. Frank will get home. Here comes another run. Brock will turn around third. The runner comes. It scores 2 more runs, and Sherman is at third, saved. It is 9-5. Yeah, just to correct myself, as soon as I said 7th inning, Ryan looked at me like, no, it's 8. It's like, oh, yeah, you're right. It is the 8th inning. But the River Dogs are making that not matter right now. 4-run lead. They scored 4 in the top of the 8th here. Here's Waluka.
Oh yeah, fish. Let's go fish.
Waluka has Sherman at third. 1 out to play with here. River Dogs took 4 innings to get runners on the base. They finally get 5 in the 5th and 4 here in the 8th. They'll give Waluka a pass to first. Carter Tressman will come to the plate now.
Looks like they're going to give Tressman a walk too, so they're going to intentionally load the bases.
Good strategy. Set up the double play as well. So that means it should be Peyton Waters coming to bat.
Yeah, let's go. Big trip. You put that fish like Bobby the Elf.
So bases loaded for the River Dogs. 4 runners in here in the top of the 8th. It is 9-5. And Remember, the Vype are the home team. They will get last at bat here. The only question is how many runs will they be behind? They're already down by 4. Waters trying to make it more here with the bases loaded with 1 out. Russell Klein in the on-deck circle for the River Dogs. 1-1 the count. 1 out here, top of the 8th. Swing on, Sharp to the middle. Sharp takes it, throws it home, and gets the force out at home. Quick thinking by Sharp, the shortstop, threw it home, but as soon as he threw it, I thought it might be too late. But they get him at home.
Used his just strong arm at short. Just really fired it in at home.
Well, he's made some great plays tonight. Not only at short, he only moved over there last inning, but he was at third, made some outstanding plays there as well. Bases loaded still. And here's Klein. It is 9-5 River Dogs, top of the 8th. Both Oak Little League Minors Championship on the line here. Next pitch, down low. Duckett keeps throwing them low, and catcher has to be sharp here. Popped up foul into the net behind home plate. 1-2 count. Next pitch, popped up again. Klein getting some good hacks at this. Fouled off a couple of good swings, just missed it by a bit. Next pitch, that was ripped foul down the left field side here. Got a hold of that one, but just ripped it, curled it left side foul. But Klein can get one in the gap. It'll score 2 at least. Next pitch to Klein. That's down low. And they'll walk a run in. Oh, they called him a strikeout. All right, well, I thought that everybody was excited that we're going to walk a run in. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. The Vype all of a sudden have lots of work to do, down 9-5. Boy, Ryan, a couple of innings ago, we didn't think this was going to be the outcome right now. The Vype were in control and cruise control.
It's just a tale of 2 big innings. The 5th and the 8th inning is the 2 innings they've scored, and it's been huge innings.
Yeah, you kind of see that coming throughout the entire game. We talked about how many times they were getting on base and just didn't have that 1 or 2 crucial hits to get something going, and they broke it through back in the 5th inning, and they just keep hitting. So sometimes the hits don't come, and all of a sudden they come in bunches. So the Vype, they just have to bear down and try to get some runners on base. Like Clark will continue to pitch for the River Dogs, trying to shut the door and win the championship here. That's got to be a great feeling, being the pitcher, on record, basically being on the mound when you close the door on a team for a championship. And he has a chance to do that tonight. Hayes Hine will stroll to the plate, the bottom of the lineup here for the Vype, followed by Jack Wallace and Axelrod. So the bottom of the lineup's going to have to set the table for the top to do some damage. They need them big. They need 4 here. Tapper left side. Brock will scoop it, throw it across, and he throws it wide. And Hine will go all the way to second, and he'll stay at second. Brock putting hands over his head. He scooped it enough time, looked like he was taking his time, and threw it wide left.
That's a tough throw for a third baseman across the diamond, but as you mentioned before, especially for a left-handed third baseman as well.
Yeah, it's odd that both him and Sharp for the Vype were both lefty third baseman. And yeah, it is an odd thing to see a third baseman a lefty because they got to completely flip their hips and their shoulders to make that throw. And then that one gets back to the backstop. And Heidi will come all the way to third. So a runner in scoring position for the Vype. And so far, the bottom of the lineup doing their job. They need runners here. Wallace at the plate. He'll take a look at another one. That's down low. Not sure what they called it. They got 0-1 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that was a strike. Called strike. Umpire says 1-1 the count.
1-1. Okay, there you go. That's why I was thinking that was a ball. 1-2. Hey, Ryan, you're thinking about right now, you can't have more drama than we already had in this game, but boy, the Vype look like they want to try to add to the drama here. Strikeout, though. Wallace goes down swinging. Axelrod will come to the plate. If he can avoid a double play, double play is not really in play. A little tapper and missed by the, that's a tough play. The pitcher just looking around, trying to see where everybody was and not concentrate on picking up the ball. It is 9-6 now as the runner scores. Just those little things. Here comes the top of the lineup. Dylan Wise. The ball gets free behind home plate. And Axelrod will get to second. So the bottom of the lineup has done their job. They've got one run in, one runner on. And here come the top of the lineup with Wise, Sharp, and Gonzalez. Next pitch out was ripped to right side. It gets down. It is foul. Boy, that one was going right to the wall. Wise put a charge in that one. Just a bit foul down that right line.
All right, Asher. Listen to your coach.
1-1, one out. High pitch, 2-1. Next pitch to Wise. Rip right to Clark. Clark looked like he scooped it. They made a double play. This game is over. Clark scooped it, threw the runner out at second, and the River Dogs win it on a double play. And chaos ensuing in the middle of the mound. Boy, what a great game. We left Thursday night, Ryan, thinking those are some of the best games in Little League I've ever seen. This one topped it tonight.
We had everything. Mentioned before, comebacks, no lead is safe. Got a 5-run comeback tonight.
And with all the offense, it ends on a classic double play. Scooped it off the ground. Clark scooped the ball in midair, threw it second, and doubled them off for the out. I want to say congratulations to the Vype for getting all the way here. Put on a show, and they've got a great team. Second place is still a great accomplishment in this league. A lot of talent. But congratulations to the Minors Division champions this year for 2026, the River Dogs. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. Our crew, hardworking, our film crew tonight, making sure we get some good pictures for you. Our QA, Skylar Gillespie, thank you for your work. keeping us on and making look good and sounding good. Ryan for your color commentary. And our Tino, our producer, doing a great job as always on scene. I'm David Cannon saying good night, everybody. Congratulations, River Dogs, Miners Pole champions.